Around the world, the conditions for malnutrition are getting worse. Conflicts are spreading, climate shocks are intensifying, aid budgets are shrinking, and the most vulnerable communities are paying the highest price.
It was against this backdrop that 1 year ago in Paris, young people and civil society came to the Nutrition for Growth Summit with one urgent message.
The most vulnerable cannot be forgotten, and their right to healthy food must remain a priority.
Together we stood up. 2 calls to action, 1 movement. And today, we report back.
In the youth call to action, children and young people said, include us, resource us, trust us to lead, not as tokens, but as real partners.
And the Civil Society Declaration said, we will hold commitment makers to account on financing, food systems, and the right to nutrition.
Both calls share the same conviction. Accountability starts in communities.
Nutrition Dialogue Initiative gave us a shared approach, young people and civil society, facilitating real conversations, elevating community voices to every level for decision making.
In the 12 months since Paris, some civil society alliances and young people have been busy carrying forward the legacy of these powerful declarations at Enforce Paris.
En el Perú, decidimos no esperar reportes oficiales. Desde la sociedad civil, creamos un observatorio basado en datos públicos para dar seguimiento a los compromisos en sistemas alimentarios. La evidencia nos permitió visibilizar brechas enormes, pero también oportunidades.
In Nigeria, we have trained over 150 youth advocates across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, and we've supported them to be able to convene nutrition dialogues. Together, we've been able to convene more than 67 nutrition dialogues in most vulnerable communities, including adolescent girls and people with disabilities. For many of those we listened to, it was the first time they had been given a platform to shape decisions affecting their access to healthy diet, and we've leveraged the outcome of this dialogue to engage policymakers and key government stakeholders to kind of inform policy priorities and shape government action to improve nutrition. This is what true accountability looks like at the community level.
In 2025, in Zimbabwe, we brought together parliamentarians, government officials, and the media in the same room, and it worked. Currently, our government is working on an existing funding mechanism, the Child Nutrition Fund, to increase investments in nutrition. This is what happens when civil society builds evidence and bring the right people in the room.
En RDC, des jeunes se sont engagés auprès de communautés du Sud Kivu, où les conflits et l'insécurité ont rendu l'accès à une alimentation saine et suffisante encore plus difficile. Nous avons rencontré des jeunes et des élèves en milieu scolaire, ainsi que de jeunes mères, afin de partager leurs préoccupations en matière d'alimentation saine. Et nous avons identifié les idées reçues sur la nutrition, en y répondant par des informations précises provenant de jeunes de leur propre communauté et en qui ils pouvaient avoir confiance. Alors que tant d'enfants et de jeunes à travers le monde grandissent dans des contextes de conflit, ces dialogues constituent un canal essentiel pour garantir que leur voix ne soit pas oubliée par les décideurs.
Le sommet N4G a été une occasion unique pour Madagascar de renforcer son engagement envers la nutrition.
Les parlementaires gardent espoir face aux efforts annoncés par le gouvernement, car les actions entreprises aujourd'hui, impliquant plusieurs ministères, accordent une attention particulière à la lutte contre la malnutrition, devenue une priorité suite aux engagements pris par l'État malagasy.
At the N4G, the Sun Civil Society Network made its commitments. By 2028, we have collectively committed to delivering the following.
At least 12 peer learning exchanges between civil society alliances.
20 young people equipped to lead 300 community dialogues across 10 countries.
And civil society in 15 countries supported to hold the private sector to account on nutrition.
Because accountability has to start with us.
1 year on, we did not go home and wait. We went home and worked.
Young people and civil society tracking every promise, mapping every gap, making sure what we say in Paris is felt where it matters most.
Governments, donors, UN agencies, private sector, civil society, let's honor your commitments. Create the space, sustain the investment.
Young people and civil society works together, the change becomes unstoppable.